What is up, my little meat lovers? Welcome to my kitchen, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite racing game from the Coastmasters. It's my favorite racing game in the world. It's Dirt Rally. I got it here, physical copy right here. Very good game. It's awesome, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. First up are the graphics. Dirt Rally was released back in 2015, and it holds up pretty good today. It doesn't look as good as other AAA titles like Forza 7 and whatever they have on a PS4, but that's not what this game is about. The weather effects, for instance, they look pretty good, but sometimes they feel outdated, like the rain, for instance, is pretty static. But it's not the biggest of problems. The cars look excellent. They're beautiful, they're shiny, the models are just gorgeous. The attention to detail, even on the damaged models, is great. The cars' interiors are also highly detailed. They are modeled after real-life cars, of course, but you're not gonna be spending much time looking at them because you gotta be looking at the road. The rally stages all have distinct styles and feels to them, and developers have done a great job at making every different location stand out. You can race through the sunny hills of Greece, making sharp turns on the gravel, or in the nasty and rainy Welsh countryside, or you're slipping around corners in the snowy mountains around Monaco. When you're driving in the cockpit view, you feel like you're there and you feel terrified. I run this game in 1440p on high on a GTX 1070, and rarely do my frames dip below 60 FPS, but for the most part it runs buttery smooth. I also wanted to tell you guys about the minor flaws in the graphics department because I don't want to mislead you guys. I'm just honest like that. I'm a good human. The models of the humans on the side of the road are pretty shitty sometimes. Also, their cars, they're not as detailed as the cars you drive. They're okay, but you'll be whizzing past them at high speed, so it doesn't really matter. They're just there for fluff. So apart from that, I thought this game is just beautiful. Next up is the gameplay. For all the people who love casual racing games, be warned, Dirt Rally is a pretty hard game. But that's most of the fun in my opinion. Most cars in this game handle completely different from the other cars, so each stage will feel different with another car. Every stage also has different challenges for other cars. The slow Mini Cooper from the 60s may easily take some turns on that gravelly hillside, while a rear-wheel drive Opel Kadett will fly right into the canyon because it's way too powerful to do the same maneuvers. But when you finally get the hang of that car you initially hate it, you'll feel like a god. All of the stages also have multiple weather conditions you can race in, and they all affect your car's performance. Like rain, ice, they all make the road more slippery, but in a different kind of way, so you gotta watch out for that. There's also 3 or 4 times of day per track you can race in, varying from morning, noon, and even pitch black nights. And yes, when you bump into a tree at night, you might destroy your headlights. And after that, driving at a decent speed becomes really difficult. Personally, I had the most fun in the career mode of Dirt Rally. You'll slowly progress through different stages and tournaments and acquire new cars in the process. But you'll spend enough time with each car to be able to learn the ins and outs of that vehicle. There's also 3 types of races in the game. The first one is, of course, rallying, which is a race to set the best time on a set of tracks. Then there's a rallycross, which is 4 beefed up little cars on a small circuit with multiple surfaces to race on, battling it out for the top spot. It's more like normal racing games, so you'll understand that. And last but not least, we got hill climb. It's got trucked up killer cars that go way too fast and are insanely tuned, and it goes super duper fast, and you have to climb a hill, of course. These tracks are way longer than rallies, but are also time trials. I think Dirt Rally would have been a better game if Codemasters had released some more stages, or would allow a modding community to make new stages, locations, cars and all that other good stuff. The game features a lot of stages in 5 or 6 countries, but after playing this game a lot, I would love to drive on some new stages and some new locations. but that's not the biggest of problems a game can have. I've got about 50 hours in this game at the time of this review, and I haven't even got a good grasp on how to perform well with all the different cars. Now I've got some closing words to leave you guys with. This game is all about the challenge. It's intense, your adrenaline will start pumping while you're crashing your way through a slippery stage, trying to set a decent time. So if you like intense games, you like cars, you like driving those cars, and you haven't tried Dirt Rally yet, I highly suggest you pick it up because it's probably dirt cheap.